When Pope Francis stepped onto the world stage as the leader of the Catholic Church, many people expected tradition, but what they got was transformation. Here was a pope who chose the name Francis, after St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of the poor. That choice alone sent a message louder than words, that his papacy would be about the least, the lost, the forgotten. He became an advocate for the poor and marginalized. Not just from a distance, but up close. He washed the feet of prisoners. He visited slums. He embraced lepers. He crossed borders to stand with refugees. It reminds me of great CEOs who walked the factory floor. Leaders like Sam Walton, who went to small towns to meet his employees, or Howard Schultz visiting Starbucks stores worldwide, not staying in a corner office, but listening at the counter. True leadership is presence. True influence is proximity. Pope Francis promoted interfaith dialogue in a world that often divides over difference. He reached out to Muslims, Jews, Buddhists, even atheists, not to compromise truth, but to open doors for peace. It was like Steve Jobs inviting rivals to collaborate on new ideas, or how Nelson Mandela sat at tables with his former enemies. Because dialogue is not weakness. Dialogue is strength under control. He championed environmental stewardship, calling the world to care for creation. He reminded us that we are stewards, not owners, that this earth is a gift from God, entrusted to us for generations. Even companies like Patagonia or leaders like Elon Musk with renewable energy understand that innovation without sustainability is a shallow victory. But perhaps what marked Pope Francis most was his choice for simple living over papal luxury. He refused the golden throne. He lived in a modest guest house. He rode a simple car. He wore plain shoes. He lived what Jesus taught, that leadership is not measured by crowns, but by crosses. Not by how high you sit, but how low you stoop to serve. Friends, today's message is a challenge. In a world obsessed with more, Pope Francis showed us the power of less. In a culture that glorifies fame, he glorified faithfulness. In a system addicted to consumption, he modeled compassion. May his life remind us that true greatness is found not in being served, but in serving others. Welcome to Faith and Joy Church. Welcome to a journey of humble greatness.